What's going on with y'all? It's your boy NeohXO here to talk about some Black Clover as always. Today is going to be a fun little video just talking about some things that I think about the series going forward, especially into this year. It's a new year and we got some new Black Clover to look forward to. On this channel, I do talk about a lot of Black Clover, so if that's something you're into, make sure to subscribe to the channel because that would be greatly appreciated. But going right into talking about what I have to talk about in this video, I feel like Black Clover is gonna have a really great year this year, and there's multiple reasons why I think that. I believe that Black Clover is entering into a more mature stage in its life cycle. So, you know, kind of whenever Black Clover first started off and it was very new and very early, a lot of people hated on it, and it's like now people are starting to recognize how good Black Clover actually is. And in this year we have a lot of stuff actually going for it. On January 5th 2021, we're going to be finally entering into a new arc in the Black Clover anime, and this is going to be very big for the Black Clover series as a whole. And the reason being is because most people who are into the anime and manga space, I'm just going to be honest, most of them are more casual leaning. It's instead of them being more like hardcore, you know, into manga, reading it every single week, buying the volumes, most people are going to get into series like this through the anime. And this anime arc that's coming up, coming from someone who reads the manga, I can definitely put my opinion on the line and say that this arc is very good. I have read through every chapter of the Black Clover manga, and the Spade arc is something special. Like, it honestly is. I believe that it is probably the best arc in the entirety of the Black Clover series, and I believe that Black Clover did get a lot of hype going into it around episode 100, and we're now going to be entering around episode 158, and the episode hasn't even aired yet, and I can already tell you guys that this is probably the most hyped, anticipated episode of the Black Clover series that I've ever noticed. And you know, I've been a part of the Black Clover community for a long time now, and this episode right here hasn't even aired yet and people are already hyped for it. I feel like a lot of people are going to be setting their alarms, waking up to watch this. Everyone's going to watch it at the same time. I really hope that it trends on Twitter whenever this episode comes out, but I don't want to focus too much on that episode. I just want to talk about Black Clover as a whole. I'm pretty sure that episode is going to be definitely be amazing. And like, a reason being is Black Clover is changing its art style, or I don't want to specifically say art style, even though you can clearly tell that something is different about the art, and it's different in a very good way. The art is actually even more consistent than it was in the past. We know that Black Clover in past years hasn't had the most consistent of art. They do tend to fix up the art sometimes on the Blu-rays and stuff like that, but just going off of people's first impression of Black Clover, a lot of people were saying things such as it has really inconsistent art, and I'm not gonna debate on that. I mean, if you think it has inconsistent art, then, you know, I can't really sway your mind, but I can say that it looks like going forward the art is going to be a lot more consistent, and it just looks like a lot more quality. It looks a lot more crisp, and I'm really liking what I'm seeing from the anime this year. Even though I haven't seen any episodes this year, I have seen the new art style, and like I said, I did read the manga, and the manga, the reason that they're changing up the way that it looks a little bit is because in the manga they actually had a time skip, and they're having a time skip this year. You know, it's starting January 2021, and from here on out the characters are going to look a lot different. They all have different character designs, so I don't really want to say the studio created a whole entire different art style, especially since I haven't seen any episodes from this year. That may be the case, that may not be the case, but what definitely is the case is that the new character designs look amazing. Now, this is just my opinion. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some people who agree and some people who don't agree. I think that this new character designs of these characters, the direction that it's going in the anime, I think it looks very good. We've also gotten the reveal of how the Dark Triad is going to look in the anime. So I really like how they look. I like how they have the brown coloring on their uniforms, and I like how they're designed in the anime. Now you're probably thinking in your head, we've already seen the Dark Triad, but the thing is, whenever you have an anime adaptation, they do tend to change things. So I am satisfied with the way that they adapted the Dark Triad. I like their character designs in the anime. As far as what I've seen so far, I actually like Zenon's design in the anime a little bit better. He looks really, really good, and I think they really captured the essence of Zenon's character from the manga. I really like how he looks. Now, I've been speaking about the anime a lot in this video, so going beyond the anime, let's talk about the manga. Now, the manga is going to be hitting 300 chapters this year, and that's something definitely that is an accomplishment. So shout out to you, Yuki Tabata. You really did that. You have a manga with over 300 chapters. I would consider that very successful. So keep it going. Hopefully we get a lot more chapters. I would really hope that we sometime in the future actually see Black Clover go over 500 chapters. I think that would be very amazing, and that's something I do want to see in the future. But keeping it to this time frame of 2021, they're going to be going over 300 chapters this year of the Black Clover manga, so that's going to be cool. And so you're probably thinking, what are these chapters going to be about? And it's still part of the Spade Kingdom invasion arc, whatever you want to call it. I don't think they have an official name for it yet. If they do, leave it in the comments, but I'm pretty sure that they don't have an official name for this arc yet. It's kind of an untitled arc, and the fans pretty much dub this arc either the Dark Triad arc, or they also dub it the Spade Kingdom arc, Spade Kingdom invasion arc. Either way, you guys know what I'm talking about. So this arc right here, I believe this is probably one of the most highest moments of the series. Like, if anyone asked me like what's one of my favorite arcs from the series, I would definitely say the current arc in the manga. It has been a roller coaster ride. It has just been going, honestly, up and up and up and up. I feel like, in my opinion, every chapter gets better and better, and Yuki Tabata doesn't really have chapters where you're looking and you're like, this is not a good chapter. Every time you read a Black Clover chapter, I believe that you're gonna get enjoyment out of it, and I definitely get a lot of enjoyment out of it myself. So this right here is still not even over with, so we're gonna get a lot more of this, and the anime and the manga have enough space in between them to where the anime can kind of adapt the manga without having a bunch of filler or anything like that. So that's going to be very good for the anime this year, and it's going to get a lot more publicity. Look at what the community size of the Black Clover community is right now, and then look at it a year from now, and I can almost guarantee you that the Black Clover community is going to grow. Hopefully the sales of the Black Clover manga and the Black Clover anime do grow as well. That would be something really cool to see as a Black Clover fan. You know, I really want to see the community grow. I really want to see the popularity grow. And if the popularity continues to grow, we can definitely see this manga going a very long time. We know that the world of Black Clover is set up to last, and it's so big that you can keep expanding it, or you can just go off of what we have right now, and we can find all different kind of plot points such as the dwarves and things like that. Now, one final thing that I do want to touch on in this video that I think is going to be very good for Black Clover, and I'm looking at this from a very forward-looking lens, and that is, I came to the realization, or we probably all have come to the realization, that the Dark Triad isn't even the in-game Black Clover. You guys have to realize the Dark Triad are essentially, the best way I can put it to someone who hasn't read the manga, but I'm pretty sure everyone watching this video has. The best way I could put it is the Dark Triad are kind of like tools to the devils in the underworld. They borrow the power of the devils from the underworld, and we haven't truly seen the actual devils whose power they borrow from. We haven't actually seen them go all out. So after we see the Dark Triad go all out and we have the conclusion to the Dark Triad arc, I suspect that we are gonna have some more content coming, and that content that I can foresee coming, for some reason, I really have a strong hunch that we're gonna see more of the devils that they borrow their power from. It was stated pretty much that Lucifero has the power to pretty much ruin the entire world. So it will be very cool to see what happens with that. If he indeed does have that kind of power, it might be kind of not possible for him to unleash all of his power. Maybe he has a cap. You know how kind of like Lick had a cap. Lick, we know he was very much stronger than what he was shown to be in episode 100, but they capped him because he wasn't really fully awakened. We might see something similar with the Devils, but I don't want to get too much into speculation. But the point I'm trying to make is the Dark Triad isn't in-game Black Clover, and by me saying that this isn't even in-game Black Clover, that can only mean one thing, and that means Black Clover is gonna get even better. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please go ahead and leave it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. As always, it's been your boy NeohXO, and I'm out.